And this is the voiceover because I'm doing a little review of the Deliver Us that I'm really looking forward to. So I thought I'd do like a little kind of review of the trailer / a little summary of Deliver Us the Moon. Yeah, so I'll just watch that, and then I'm going to react to that like live, and then I'll just talk about it. So maybe I should start the video. And hello there, troops. You know, today I'm kind of doing something a bit different. Instead of playing a game and, you know, or even reviewing a game, I'm going to do something I haven't done before, and it's reviewing a trailer for a game. And it's a game that I'm so super duper excited to play, and it's coming out in apparently, I think it's the 27th of September. Yeah, the 27th of September it's apparently coming out, and it is Deliver Us Mars. Okay, the sequel to what was one of my favourite games new of all time, because it was just so good, it was so atmospheric, and it was just amazing. Deliver Us the Moon. And I'm gonna kind of like briefly go over what Deliver Us the Moon was, but before doing that, I just went to watch this trailer. I've not watched it yet, so I wanted to leave it for this video and react to it and see if we can like notice anything from, if there's any connections to Deliver Us the Moon, which you're kind of hoping there is. I've got some theories that I have written down on a piece of paper, and I don't know if you've noticed throughout the channel that I'm just terrible at taking notes, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, so let's jump into it. Let's watch this trailer. I hope you're excited. You might not even really know what the game is if you haven't played Deliver Us the Moon. I highly suggest go to play it. It's so atmospheric. It's just really... I'll talk about that in a second. Let's watch the trailer.
Peggy 12.
Sarah? Ryan?
Already.
This is Kathy.
Kathy!
Can you hear me?
Fuck!
Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective.
Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Oh, we're going back.
Here we go, opera team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right decision.
Claire talking?
We can do this. What do you expect to find on Mars?
Who is that? Is that Kathy? Do we get to play as Kathy? Sarah's there too! See, the 27th. Like, already, I'm already blown away. Like, I am already absolutely blown away by that. The first second in, or the first couple of seconds in, you hear Sarah! Or you hear Sarah getting called for.
Ryan?
And then you hear Kathy talking. Oh my god! I'm genuinely so blown away by that. And honestly, like, this has been out for 4 weeks, and I've waited until now for my troops to react to it. There's another one for the PS4. We'll play that one. We'll watch another trailer, and then we'll kind of briefly go over it. It's like 30 seconds longer. Okay, this one's slightly different. I'm so excited already. Closer to the parachute. The World Space Agency. This one's a lot more atmospheric. Get to claim and stuff now. Already some interesting changes to the gameplay. For what you can see. Another robot guy! I can't remember what they're called, but I called mine's Edie. So we get you back. Hello, companions! Mars Histones. What is that? Is that a rocket? Or just the... the little robots. He's not happy about it. He's like, no, don't go. Oh, this looks so good. So already, that just looks absolutely amazing. Come and let me know what you think it. Do you think it looks actually good? Because I think it looks stunning. So, as I said, I have a couple of theories behind everything. And to be honest, the trailer actually confirmed my theories. So, I don't even need to go over them. Goodbye. I'm kidding. I'm going over them. I wrote down my ideas. No, but basically, Deliver Us the Moon was just a science fiction thriller, and it was an apocalyptic Earth, and it was apparently set in the 2030s, by the way. And Earth ran out of resources, a lot of resources, so they went to the moon for helium-3 for power and all that stuff. Isaac Johansson created the MPT network, which basically meant that you could transport resources from the moon to Earth, right? So there was a moon colony keeping track of this MPT, making sure it ran well, mining the moon, trying to get Earth back on its feet. Isaac had 2 daughters, Claire and Kathy, and their mum passed away. He got custody of Kathy, took her up to the moon, left Claire down on Earth. That's just the start of it. And then what we have is, like, the start of it is us going up to the moon, right? The whole start of the game is you getting ready to go to the moon, setting things up. You're getting spoken to by this woman who's just kind of talking you through things. I can't remember. I think it's Claire. I'm not 100% on who that was, but I think it might have been Claire. So we get to go to the moon, and then when we get there, we find out that things weren't as simple as they were. Like, I think it might have been once you got your little robot buddy. I really cannot remember what they are called. What are your little robot friends? They're called ASEs, and I called mine's Edie, because Mass Effect, right? And they could basically, like, scan, because I think everyone had them, so they could go into, like, the memory of ones and, like, have review a whole conversation that someone had, right? So we found these ones of Sarah Baker and, like, a whole group of people. I forgot to tell you that the MPT stopped working. Which is why we got sent up to the moon. See, I'm terrible at this. I didn't write that in the notes. But the MPT stopped working, which is why we got sent up. And then we get to see events that happened before the MPT went down, which was basically chaos. Now, we see that basically William MacArthur was, like, one of the council members, and he was a bit of a douchebag. He kind of started something called Outward, which was, he basically didn't think the moon was going to save Earth, right? So he wanted to create another thing, using the fuel they had to go further into space to get more resources for Earth. So they basically abandoned the moon. When does Sarah and that come into it? Oh, damn it. No, yeah, you found that over... I had to look up when Sarah came into or, like, how Sarah ended up coming into the game and that, because I totally forgot. It's been a minute since I played it, but you come across, like, these audio logs as well as, like, the visuals arguments too. And this might be all over the place. My reviews and that are always all over the place. But basically, Sarah and a guy called Rolf ended up going up to investigate before your character goes up to investigate. And basically, you find out, like, this whole time, like, you are, like, following Sarah and Rolf's journey, right? And it gets, like, there gets to points where, like, they're running out of time. They have to get this done or they can't get back to Earth. And it was just... The game really knew how to build an atmosphere, it got me connected to characters and just wanting to see how things go on. So as you collected these audio logs, you kind of found out that at some point Sarah got trapped in this room with one of the ASEs, I think, or, like, she got trapped in a room and Rolf had to abandon her. And I remember I got so mad at Rolf for abandoning her. The prick abandoned her? I am fucking shook. What an asshole. And it was so annoying. But then you ended up finding more of the visual things, finding out that she was alone for a while But then she actually came across Isaac, the guy whose daughters are Kathy and Claire, and the guy who I think invented the MPT as well. Yeah, so he was still on the moon. He didn't leave with the Outward team. So you kind of see that the two of them, they kind of start working together trying to fix the MPT, because it's also going to overload as well. And then at the very end, or like one of the, maybe the second last episode of, well, my playthrough at least, you saw the complete bam that is fucking Isaac ended up stabbing Sarah. And like, I just remember being so shocked. I was like, we did not come all this way to see her die. Like, we had followed her this whole way through. But then, the absolute, and I thought it was such an amazing review. It told you, like, oh no, you got told before that, but like, you find out eventually that the character you're actually playing as was Rolf, the guy who abandoned Sarah. And honestly, that was one of the best character reveals I've ever saw in a whole game. It was just so fucking good to learn that, yes, Rolf abandoned Sarah on the moon, but you're also playing as him as he goes back to try and rescue her. I thought that was amazing. In case you couldn't tell, I absolutely loved it. And not even just the story, right? The story was absolutely amazing. Well, actually, you know what? I might as well finish the end of the story. The end of that story, basically, you have to stop the MPT for overriding again. And as you're doing that, you're getting more injured, and like, Rolf is kind of getting to the point where he's like, oh, I'm kind of gonna die. Well, you don't actually see him die. And I told you that I never believe a death until you see them in the ground. But as he hobbled his way to this mysterious room in the back, guess whose body we find in like a freezer? The one and only Sarah bloody Baker. I was blown away by that, because the last thing you saw was Isaac, like, being really sad that he stabbed her, you know. And I think he stabbed her because he was stealing the helium-3 to send, or to, his daughter Kathy's ill, I think, and she went with Outward, I'm sure. And he was just trying to, basically he was just trying to really help his daughter and save his daughter. Well, Kathy anyway, he apparently didn't try to save Claire. But yeah, so, I mean, I guess you can kind of understand from I'm not a parent, but from a parent's point of view, trying to save your child. But that's why he stabbed Sarah. But in the end, his conscience got the better of him, and he went back and saved her life and froze her. And we don't know what happened to Isaac, I don't think. I don't remember if you actually find out what happened to him. But yeah, so that's kind of like the gist of that story. And before I can like stop the video on that, my theories were that you were either going to be playing as Sarah or Kathy. And that was genuinely, I wish I'd got my theory out there before watching the bloody video. Because that was what I was thinking the whole time. And I was like, right, we saved Sarah at the end of that game, so we're going to be playing as her. But then maybe we're playing as Kathy looking for Sarah. That is so interesting. Because I forgot to mention that this game, I'm quite sure this Deliver Us Mars is set like 10 years after the Fortuna, 10 years after the Fortuna mission. And I absolutely love this website, by the way. But humanity is closer than ever to extinction. After a mysterious distress call from Mars, join the and its crew as they journey to the Red Planet and seek to recover the Ark colony ships stolen by the mysterious Outward, and with them ensure the survival of the human race. Oh, so we're going looking for the Outward colony. Okay. But yeah, it's 10 years after it, so I don't know, or I can't remember how old Kathy was when she was on that ship, and I don't even know how old Claire was. So it's completely possible that we're playing as Claire, that Kathy is that main character, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just so intrigued. So we're going after Outward, so there's a possibility we're going to be meeting William MacArthur. Oh, there's a possibility we're going to meet him. I hope we get to stab him. Just saying, he's a douchebag. And do you think Rolf survived at the end of the game? I do not know. We didn't technically see him die, and we didn't see Sarah be saved, but I think he was also running out of oxygen, and he was very badly hurt. But you know, honestly, all we can do is wait until the 27th of September to be able to find out just what's going on, what's happening with this absolutely beautiful game. And, like, as in regards to gameplay, like actual gameplay of Deliver Us the Moon, I had an absolute blast. The getting to drive on the moon, I'm sure if you watch the playthrough, I highly suggest going to watch it just to watch me drive on the moon, because I was like away in a soft play area. I just had so much fun. Honestly, it was like my dream is to go to space in real life, but until then, I can do it in games. I was like reliving a fantasy in that game. It was just so fun to play. And like there was no combat except for like the couple of douchebag ASC droids that I think MacArthur might have rigged up to be defensive. I can't remember if it was MacArthur, but someone rigged them up to be evil, basically, so that people would listen and get on the Arks to Outward. Oh, and that was my other theory, was that Outward reached Mars, and that was what happened. But again, it announced it in the trailer before I actually got to get that theory out there. And then just the walking about on the moon as well, how the gravity worked or didn't work. And like the small puzzles you had to sort, and it was just so good. And at the start of the game where you got spaced and you had to go through it, and I actually might replay that myself. But there's also a DLC for it. I wanted to play it on the channel, but I can't actually find it anywhere. So if I ever find that before the game, Deliver Us Mars is out, I might play that on the channel. I would really like to play that in case it's got anything to do with this new game. So I thank you for coming to listen to me, troops. I'm not going to leave that there. I have tried to keep this as short as I could. I've probably missed out lots, but basically I just wanted to go air the trailer. That's the purpose of this video. And it was just a spur of the moment idea that I had because I hadn't watched it yet. So I was like, record your reaction, thumbs. Do that. That's a thing. So this is my first reaction video, and I hope you like it. I probably went into way too much detail, as I always do. If you like a channel that goes on plenty of tangents, gets distracted by their own tangents, and then forgets what they're talking about, Ace of Space Gaming is the channel for you, my troops. But, you know, I hope you're looking forward to Deliver Us Mars as much as I am. Come and let me know in the comments if you're excited about it. Let me know if you've played Deliver Us the Moon, or if maybe this game makes you want to play it. You know, like, have you saw Deliver Us Mars and thought, that looks interesting, I'll go play the first game. Come and let me know. I don't know if you need to play it, but I guess to get to grips with who is who and whatnot, it'd be advantageous to play the Deliver Us the Moon. And I highly suggest it because it is just such a beautiful game, and it's getting re-released for PlayStation 5 actually. I think actually maybe Xbox Series X and S as well. I'm not 100% on that, but it's getting re-released on modern consoles. So get yours today! Get on. This isn't an ad, of course. I am not that big for all that yet, but I highly recommend it. And come and let me know if you take my recommendation on, or if you've already played it, and if you're looking forward to Deliver Us Mars. So until then, troops, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to it, and I hope you're having a good one. I hope you're staying safe and clean. You know, the whole usual shebang, troops. I'm gonna let you go. So thumbs, and Kathy and Sarah, and all sorts of new people. It's gonna be so good. We're all...